They don't want like a real technical fight,
Yeah, it's a lot more entertaining to watch somebody don't know what they're doing.
It's more of a brawl.
Yeah, he invited me over. He's like, all right, bro. He's like, I'll teach you how to edit. And I was like, yeah. I was like, I basically just know how to. I'm trying to learn some tricks and get better. It's when I first started with Adobe.
Yeah.
I was like, I just know how to cut and how to snap back together like the stuff.
Yeah.
And then he goes, oh, well, bro, if that's all you know, I can't teach you, bro. I don't know what to tell you. I'm like, well, dude, I came all the way to Queens. I waited outside Bernstein's door, and I love you, Bobby.
Yeah.
But I waited outside of his door, and he'll tell you about this, for about like 2 hours. He's like, I'm on a meeting, a business meeting call. I went all the way to Astoria, and he's like, yeah, I'm in the middle of a call. And I just waited outside for like he's like 15 more minutes. And then I get there. We spend about 45 seconds on Adobe. And he goes, all right, man, well, we did that. Now let's box. And he starts punching me. I'm like, dude, what? I said, dude, I'm trying to learn how to edit.
Yeah.
It's when I was doing Midwest Sketch Bandit stuff. He was legit like, no, let's go a couple rounds. And he was really like, he was actually punching me bare
in his
knuckle.
apartment.
Yeah.
Wow.
In his bedroom.
Jeez.
I'm like, dude, I can't get a black eye. I think he caught my chin a little bit.
Wow.
I'm like, dude, I'm not trying to box. I need to edit.
Yeah.
He's like, dude, I can't teach you how to edit. You just know how to snap and do that. I'm like, well, I came here to learn how to edit.
Wow.
Another friend, 20 minutes, showed me everything I need to know about editing. Quick, boom, 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 do this, do that.
I wonder what he had in his mind was going to happen when he was like, yeah, let's box.
Right.
And you're just like, all right, let's do it. You both take off your shirts and put on some headgear or something.
Yeah, like, what are we going to gain for that? I told him, I said, dude, I'm an actor. I don't box anymore.
Yeah.
Like, these people.
I think it's one of the thing, though. It's once somebody says that they used to box, it's like everybody in their mind thinks, oh, I could get him to box. He's still got it in him.
Yeah, and it's the opposite. It's like people say used to because they don't do it anymore.
Right.
It's like, yeah, dude, I don't.
Well, I think what they want you to say is like, no, I don't want to hurt you. And then they could take it up. But I think in reality, what would happen, you and Bernstein get in the ring and try to spar. 2 minutes later, you're both just on the ground gasping.
Yeah, I mean, the one thing is when you go, I'm out of shape, right? But
yeah.
I was a professional boxer. If you talk boxing, dude, there's no way. You can't just take somebody that's never boxed and put him against a box. It's like, it's way too technical of a sport. I already know what I would do. I'd do a little jab, little fake uppercut.
Yeah.
Right hand.
How long do you think you go before you just gas out?
Well, you don't need to go long if they're not experienced.
But still, just dancing around. And
You don't even need to dance around with a regular person.
Oh, I don't know. The guy who really wants it, though? Guy who's trying to prove something?
He'd have to be like...
I bet Bernstein's the kind of guy who actually, he has a second gear,
Oh, I bet... Oh, I know for a fact.
This dude's going to really, go all out. Where it's going to be like, you're playing around, and he's like, Eye of the Tiger.
Yeah, but I never seen it go well.
Yeah. Well, there's a reason why. Yeah. They always say you don't play boxing.
That's why I get so impressed when I see these guys. But they're really training, though. But when you see these guys, people made fun of that one dude that... Was he a basketball player or a rapper? The dude that got knocked out real bad by one of the Paul brothers. One of the early on fights, like the second one.
Yeah.
I forgot who that was. Remember, it became a meme. His knockout, dude. That's so cruel.
Yeah.
Oh, man, that is cruel. But, I'm always impressed when they do, it's like when people fought Mayweather, I feel like in my mind, if Mayweather wanted to, he could have ended that quick. I know he could have.
Yeah, well, Mayweather, he's at even early on, he was such a power puncher and a knockout artist. But later on in his career, he didn't even have the power to knock somebody out.
I met
his hands are getting broken or something.
Oh yeah, he broke his hand early on. Yeah, I remember I met the guy that fought the first guy that boxed one of the Logans. He was at a party in L.A. We follow each other on Instagram.
Wow.
He works out, and you could tell he's a boxer. He had those Nike shoes that tie themselves.
Oh wow.
Where you put your foot in and they just do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, he had those. I was jealous of that.
Man.
But all these guys were doing boxing moves at this party in one room, right? They're all ripped up, 6-packs. They're all boxers. They drive to from Cali to Mexico or Cali to Las Vegas, and there's a Mexican gym. They say there's all these tough fighters.
Oh, wow.
That's what they do on the weekend. But, dude, they're all hitting mitts and all jacked, and then the other room, people were all doing DMT.
Oh
It's
yeah,
like, what type of party?
that's
is
LA
this?
right there.
Yeah.
Wow.
Fun times.
I think that's just like what the new thing is, though.
DMT.
Oh no, dudes are just fighting now.
Yeah,
Fighting's coming back.
it is.
Yeah.
No, I agree with that.
MMA kind of shit, and just like even guys who are like past the age when they probably should be fighting are like, no, now you're in your 40s, you start taking testosterone, and like, no, I still got it in me.
Well, that test really does give it to you. You
Yeah.
got any friends on test?
Hey, maybe I do. I don't even know.
It gets you real aggressive. My one buddy got on test, dude. You'd love him. He literally did your dream, dude. He got on test.
Got the African wife.
Yep, dude, and he really got her. How'd you know that's
Wow.
what I meant?
Yeah,
And dude, he's
Lupita
got a
Nyong'o.
good one.
Wow.
Like she's for real, like all about that lifestyle. And
Wow.
yeah, he's got all jacked, all on test, man. Got a nice
The thing
car.
is, though, it's like testosterone gets you aggressive, and you can like build more muscle mass, but it doesn't make you like faster, right? It doesn't
I know,
make you
it
an
does it
actual
all.
like better quality fighter, right?
Yeah, no, it does everything for
Because
you.
your body is still old, even if you're like injecting new stuff in it. It's like you're getting boners, but you're not like actually in good shape, right?
Well, it's cream you put on your legs, but the guys that get on, I know about 4 guys on test right now that try and get me on it. You do. I mean, you get in crazy shape. I'm sure the next day you feel it more.
If you got to fight a guy who's actually like 23 years old.
Oh yeah, I mean, I don't know. You gotta fight that young testosterone.
Well,
Well, it's the
it's got to
line.
be 2 old guys fighting.
Yeah.
That young guy, he's still, he's got the natural God's gift.
Well, they're all on knee braces and stuff, but they're all jacked, dude.
Wow.
They're on that test, but they overdo it. Weights 10 times the amount you're supposed to do.
Yeah.
And they instantly got ripped without dieting.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, I don't know how that helps.
Well, it's the kind of thing where it's like testosterone gives you confidence. So once you start doing it, you just think you're smarter than the doctor.
Yeah,
It's like, what's this guy know?
it does.
Yeah, I'll wrestle the fuck out of this guy.
It makes you yell at people. This
Yeah.
dude that got on work, he was the nicest guy ever. He got on test. He was yelling at everybody. The old lady at the office. He's like, "Shut up, Nancy."
Wow.
She wasn't even really doing that. She just kept telling him, like, "Yeah, you got to fill out this paperwork." People on tests, it makes you even more not want to do paperwork from what I could see. You're
Well,
like,
it just
"Dude,
like, you're wasting my time on purpose.
I'm on test.
Yeah.
Fucking writing stuff.
Yeah, I'm a gladiator.
Yeah.
Start identifying with all this Roman shit.
I need to get on it, dude. I know your body stops. See, the big argument is people say, "Oh, your body will stop making it if you get on it." The problem is our bodies quit making it now. Me and
Right.
you will probably have low tests, man.
The thing is, though, your body stopped making it for a reason.
When's the last time you yelled at somebody though? Like really yelled at them hard?
I don't know.
Or shadow box?
Even when I was young. Oh, I can box now.
Yeah, but do you ever just shadow box? For
not
no
like
reason?
not like in an aggressive way. When I'm doing it, it's more like I'm working on my jab.
Yeah.
But no, not like actually trying to confront somebody.
Yeah, dude. Throwing a sandwich back at the deli guy. There ain't enough
Right.
bacon on this.
Yeah, mayonnaise on both sides.
That's how you know you're low on test.
But
You
no,
take that
it's
low
like
bacon.
your body stops doing certain things at certain ages. And it's like there is a reason why God did this to you. Why you're not supposed to be in your 20s forever. And
Yeah.
It's like we haven't seen what the side effect is, but I guarantee you in 10 years they're going to be looking back on this like, wow, they were really just letting loose.
And people get addicted. They go to Mexico to buy tests because the doctors, they're not going to keep prescribing. It's never enough.
Yeah, exactly.
I know people legit go to Mexico. They'll be calling the people, "Come on, I need it, bro." $250 for a couple packs of creams.
Wow.
And it's sold out always. There's people in line. They'll be trying to cut the line. "Did you save me too?"
Wow.
It's crazy. That's why I'm nervous to get on it. I don't want to have to rely on something just to get out of bed.
Well, do you really want to be more angry and horny and shit? It's like,
No. I mean, I just want to be ripped and be able to eat Subway cookies and stuff.
okay.
That's
yeah.
what these guys
Yeah,
do.
there's that's nice, but it's like I think you got to get more on like Ozempic or something.
Well, these test guys, you see their diets. They're terrible diets. They're ripped.
How?
Ozempic, you can't eat. That's the thing about
Well, you just
Ozempic.
don't want to eat.
Yeah.
It kills those urges to,
And you're throwing up, going diarrhea all the time. I know people on Ozempic, they wear diapers.
Oh, wow.
It's crazy. You just can't help it.
Must be worth it, I guess.
Yeah, I don't know. Well, most people do it long enough to lose a little bit.
Yeah.
It's crazy when you see one of those people that were like kind of big and they got on Ozempic, but they've been big their whole life, so they still got that wide skeleton.
Oh yeah.
You know,
it doesn't look good.
It's just a different. It's like wow. Like I mean, I'm talking. I know a girl. She probably can't even put a football helmet on.
Wow.
Just wide, dude.
Yeah.
And she's on Ozempic, big, just stocky,
Yeah.
just old big lurch looking, like long, big chin, broad, like got the shoulders, like just. And she got skinny, but she's not skinny.
Yeah. There's only so much you can do.
Yep.
Your body can't you're not going to change skeletons.
You can't change your skeleton structure.
Yeah.
Those farm girls, man.
Yeah.
You get them, that cow-fed milk, them thick legs. You see them, their boots ain't even laced all the way up.
I was just looking at this thing about how much men are supposed to be able to bench press.
Oh, wow.
What are your...
I just hit 185 once.
I mean, your weight right now, though, it's like by weight.
Actually, I just weighed myself, dude. I don't know how. My weight fluctuates so much. I was 191, and not on this scale, on a real scale, good scale, like a doctor's scale at the
Manhattan
gym.
scale.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
this is no Queens shit.
Yeah, no Queens. I was 191, just weighed myself on one of those digital fat scales that breaks everything down for you, and I was 179 with clothes on.
Wow.
So, I don't know. I had a vegan meal. I hit the gym a week. It has to be.
Well,
10
it was all that
more.
all that water weight that you were carrying from the ship.
Yeah,
all
it had
that
to be.
Salt and everything. Yeah. So 180 body weight. They say beginner. I mean, is beginner 121 bench press, novice 166, intermediate for a 180-pound man is 221.
Damn,
Yeah.
and that's intermediate.
That's intermediate. Yeah. Advanced is 284. So you're between novice and intermediate.
Well, I'll never weigh this weight. The thing is, when I start working out, weight does fall off. I get down to like too skinny. I get to like 140, 138.
I've never been. I can't even. It hasn't been since I was like in high school that I've actually bench pressed. Like tried to max out on a bench press. I'd be scared to find out. Well, it's like I fuck around at the gym with like the Smith machine thing. That's not like a real gauge. They don't even got real bench presses at Planet Fitness.
Really?
Nah. I mean, they got a bench, but they don't got like the actual like.
Get out.
Nah. They don't. That's how much Planet Fitness doesn't trust its members.
Dude, they don't have the key staple of work. What about a squat machine?
Just the Smith machine.
They don't have free weight squats at Planet Fitness.
No. I mean, they got like there's like dumbbells and there's like some barbells, but not like the big ones.
I hate that, dude. See, that's why my gym's so busy. We have like 5 squat machines, but we only have 1 bench press.
Yeah. When's the last time you like actually tried to go max out on a bench though?
I don't. I'm like, what's the point? Who do I got? Every time I work out, it's a max out. I could barely lift anything.
But you need like a guy, like a spotter or something too, right?
I don't do it like that. What I normally do is I'm all about the warm up. I warm up extra because I'm old. So I'll start with the bar, then I'll start with like 50 pounds. I'm already, by the time my warm up's done, I'm tired.
Right.
And then, and then I'll just slowly go up 10 or 15 pounds. But yeah, dude, I think I got 180. There's people there working out too, so they'll spot you if you need it. But I think I got 185.
I can never ask somebody to spot for me though.
Well, my gym,
that shit would be like, yeah, it's too much.
My gym, dude, I got tired of waiting for the bench. I tell people, hey man, do you mind if I just hop in with you real quick, couple sets? Because most of the time, everybody on the bench press is just standing by the bench press for a good 45 minutes and working out probably 2-3 minutes.
Oh, yeah.
So, I'm like, hey, well, you guys are standing there. Can I just get a quick set in?
Wow, yeah.
And I'll just hit it.
Yeah.
I wear a hoodie, so I put my hood up, or I'll put paper towel below my head for them.
Wow.
And then I just, boom, hit it real quick. I'll get 11 sets in before they did 2.
Oh, wow.
They'll be like, oh, what are you training for? It's like, no, you don't stay on the bench for 2.5 hours.
Right.
See, I wish I was one of those big dudes. At the gym, there's this one big dude, and I don't know what point you got to be at the gym long enough to where everybody's okay with you being rude to people. He just flat out tells people, nah, man, get off the bench. Y'all ain't serious. And he'll tell the workers, yeah, they're playing around playing kid games. Here, hit the bench. Get on it right now. He'll be mean to him.
Oh, you don't understand. This is Blink Fitness.
Yeah.
We don't play that shit.
Dude, he'll tell him, hit it more, another set. Get it more. Don't give up more. So the weight's shaking. Look, 5 minutes, you done.
Wow.
And then he'll be like, come on. Then you see all the big dudes come on the bench. Then they do the same thing, but nobody else is big enough to tell them, hey, where's your 5 minutes?
Yeah.
Why don't you do it?
Well, that big tough guy, he was probably going to like a big tough guy gym for a while, and he just got bitched out there. It's like, nah,
yeah,
I'm taking this to Blink.
I believe that.
Right? I'm going to spend $12.
There's always those people that are the real fat dudes, and they just look big, and then they kind of just milk it around the gym. They could get away with being the tough guy for a little bit. Like, those 350-pound dudes, because when they lift 225, it's like me lifting 70 pounds,
Well, it's always crazy to me about bench pressing. I never really maybe because I never learned how to really lift weights like the real way.
Yeah.
I never understood, because there's so many guys who just go to the gym to max out and do one rep and see, can I put up 225 now? Can I put up this and that? But you never see these guys actually working out.
Yeah.
All they do is try to do that one rep.
And they wear boots.
Yeah. But everything going to the gym is just about, can I lift more than I lifted last time?
Yeah.
But there's no routine. I do squats, I do this, I do the deadlift. It's like, no, I'm just going straight to the bench press. Yeah. And I'm going to see if I can beat my friends.
I was in that loop for a while. Actually, that's the first guy I started really benching with. His name was Zach, old country boy. Dude, his parents just let him keep a firearm on him. I thought he was like 25. He was 16 with a handgun. It's not even legal in Ohio. I don't know how he got away. Well, I know how he got away with it. He was neighbors with the sheriff of the town, so nobody's going to do nothing.
Yeah.
But we all worked at a car dealership. He was 16. Nobody knew how old he was. Beard, big dude. All he did was that bench press like crazy.
Wow.
And it was the first dude I started benching with, and he used to punch himself in the jaw before he'd get sets in. And, I used to always be a follower. Dude, I was doing it too. Like, looking back, I'm like, I can't believe how I got lumps on my chin.
Hype himself up?
Yeah.
Wow.
This is before Rogan and we knew about smelling salts and stuff.
Yeah,
he would just be like, whoa, whoa, and just really
Well, maybe it is like
himself.
a testosterone thing.
Yeah.
Maybe you get some adrenaline from your body thinks you're being beaten up.
He was shooting dope in his ass too. Him and my other buddy.
Jeez.
No, like some sort of shit. They all knew this one jack dude, and it was prescribed to him. And I don't know what it was, but it was injection.
Oh, steroids, right?
I don't know, because it came from the doctor, and you shoot it in your butt. It looked like it came from a doctor. They used to always try to get me on it. They'd be like, dude, you'll be detailing the shit out of some cars. You get on this.
Yeah, that's the thing too. What would you want to get hyped up to wash a car for?
Right. Well, we had a bench press in the back.
Oh, really?
And it was fun. This was before TikTok and all that. Now, they do that thing. Hey, how much can you bench? We just so happen to have a bench press.
Yeah.
We did the same thing. Car salesmen would be like, oh, no, I hit like 405. And we'd be like, oh, really? Well, we got 185 here. Yeah.
Pull the blanket off it.
Couldn't get it off the hooks.
Wow. It is like a real sad moment when you see somebody benching something where they can't do it.
Yeah.
It's really that is like, you got to take it. That's a tough loss to take.
Yeah.
It's one of the things too where it's like, look, this isn't coming down to willpower here. There's a certain point where it's like, no, you're shaking.
Yeah.
Or it's like, yeah, you got to just hang it up for the day.
Yeah. Yeah, dude, I used to be deep, but I don't see what the point. I was way overdoing everything, trying to get the chicken breast in. And at the end of the day, it's just like, okay, maybe I had slightly bigger arms than I should have had, but it's like, I'm not no Rich Penna type shit. I was eating 12 egg whites, just trying to be like a bodybuilder.
Yeah.
I mean, when you really follow a diet and working out to the T, it works. It's just
that's your whole
nobody
life.
Else notices. Maybe one person would be like, oh, wow, you look pretty good after like 5 months of eating.
Well, yeah, that's
whites.
what they always say. It's the attention you get is from other dudes.
Right. Oh, yeah, always.
Yeah.
Always.
I mean, women appreciate it up to a certain point, but it's like there's no woman who's like, oh, he can bench 350 now.
Right.
He used to bench 320.
Yeah, checking out your arms. It's always dudes.
Yeah.
And then, I don't know, one time I got in good enough shape, I looked good with shaved legs. I went and did it.
Wow.
Everybody else was doing it.
You were doing actual legs and everything?
No, I didn't even really work legs. I just wasn't eating much. I was running a lot.
Oh, yeah.
I was doing a lot of calisthenics in the park, but I got ripped at one point, just eating chicken and broccoli.
Oh, wow.
Doing the bands in the park and running.
Yeah.
dips, pull-ups. I was doing like calisthenics.
Yeah.
But dude, I got really ripped, and I see why people shave their hair off when they're ripped. Everything shows up. Like, I had you could see the muscle striations in my legs, and dudes loved it, man. I remember dudes. I don't know. I knew you back then too. It's surprising you never noticed. I remember dudes would always be like, "Come on," at LOL, lift up your shirt. I want to show him your abs.
Wow.
Yep.
I have never asked a guy to lift up his shirt like that.
I know, it's the strangest thing.
Yeah, that'd be a crazy thing to show off to somebody else.
And dudes really want to see it.
Wow.
You know, they'll want to take a picture of it, try to pretend it's their abs, put it on their dating site.
Yeah. Anywhere have you gone, because you've traveled so much overseas and stuff, is there any other culture in the world where they're this obsessed with going to the gym? This feels like an American thing.
Well, over in Europe, their natural lifestyle is the gym. They're riding bikes, they're exercising.
But it's more like being skinny and like,
right,
live. But
they all smoke.
Like there's not like a powerlifting lifestyle of like I'm gonna eat 500 grams of protein.
You know where I would say honestly, dude, I'll be honest with you, them Vikings over in Iceland, dude,
right.
Those cats are all pretty damn big.
But are you seeing? Does it look like it's like natural big, or it's like this dude is actually
jacked.
like? But I mean, like American guys who are jacked, it's like this dude lives in the gym.
Right.
He's a gym rat. He does probably some sort of steroids and shit. But I think those Viking guys, it's just in their blood.
It's probably in their blood, but they're definitely, they're hitting the weights hard. I mean, there's nothing else to do over there. It's just cold. You got weights and snow.
Right, yeah.
You know, dude, there was a snowplow out in July.
Right.
But I feel like I felt so little and weak when I was there. Me and my buddy were both there.
Well, it's like Rocky 4.
Yeah, everybody was jacked.
Yeah.
They're huge, too, and jacked.
Yeah. But I think
even you could hear the way they piss. They're a better man than you. Dude, I took a piss next to a Viking.
Well, they eat clean, too.
Right.
And they're like, they're like doing natural, like lifting logs. Those guys aren't on test, though.
Right, they naturally
those guys are
it.
just naturally like they got that in them.
Yeah,
like they're like pure blooded.
People in the flyover states are a lot more into working out too, like because that's all you have. I don't know if they want to get big, but you know, I know a lot of people that's a culture. Going to the gym is culture. Like not like in New York, we kind of get too busy to really be in the gym.
Well, the gym is so fucking crowded here too.
Right, like back there, everybody's got weight sets at their house.
Exactly. Yeah, if you could go into your garage and you hit a bench press and some dumbbells.
Yeah,
it's like smoke some cigarettes.
Yeah, dude, that's the way to really do it.
But I feel like I can't imagine if you go to like Mexico or even if you go, I think about going to Japan, China, people aren't like, I got to get to the gym and like lift some weights.
No,
I don't think I think that is specifically American.
Yeah, I think so too. I mean, I've never been to Russia yet. I imagine Russia would be like that.
But I think a lot of those cultures, they have like maybe dudes wrestle or they do like, they're running along like a volcano or something.
Yeah.
And you run and you jump on a branch and you lift yourself up and do some like George of the Jungle shit. But
right.
Like, in America, it's like, no, we're going to the gym and we're going to power lift. Deltoids and, trapezoids and shit.
I know. Yeah, the people in California don't so much the gym, but the running up the mountain, the green juices, the being healthy.
Yeah.
You see a lot of that.
I think the body type, that body type on the West Coast is more like you're like skinny.
Yeah.
You got lots of energy. You can move around a lot. Whereas I think the classic body type of like the East Coast is more like a guy who has kind of a gut.
Yeah.
But he's still like, he can lift.
Yeah. He's got that tight weightlifting belt.
Yeah. No legs.
Yep.
Just like your dad.
It's crazy how fit the people in Europe are, though. They are thin. They ride bikes. They dress like damn models. Like Lisbon, the diet is so clean. It's all meat and vegetables in those other countries most of the time.
Well, they don't got a bunch of like poisonous shit in their food.
Yeah.
All the sugar and like, artificial flavoring and stuff.
The Pringles, the Red Bulls, it all tastes different.
Right.
It's funny in Europe how they have different names for stuff because there's legal involved. I asked them like Pringles are still Pringles, but it's a different brand. It's like Texas barbecue over the flame instead of we just have barbecue.
Right. But what's funny though is that like all these other countries that are like healthy and they have this like really built-in healthy lifestyle, in the next 20 to 30 years, they're all going to look like us.
Yeah, it's catching up. Like,
it's spreading everywhere.
I was just in Heathrow, London.
Yeah.
Little fact about London, I'm pretty sure that's where they caught Martin Luther King's killer, right? Wasn't it Heathrow Airport? Somebody said that at the airport. I don't know how true it is.
No,
They said they
not it.
caught him from his ears. But who knows? I don't know.
I don't think
Maybe
so.
the guy was a bartender. I've got a fish sandwich
Yeah.
off him. But either way, dude, the McDonald's there. You know how we got a sausage, egg, and cheese classic McMuffin?
Yeah.
Sausage, egg, McMuffin? They don't have sausage over there.
Weird.
Can't get a sausage, egg, McMuffin, Heathrow Airport. It's like the guy's like, no, it's only bacon.
That's disgusting.
Right.
What are you, insane?
Yeah, we have bacon.
No, this is McDonald's. Yeah.
I asked Chat GBT what the most unhealthiest food is or most fattening food. It's cheesecake. I always thought it was bacon. Density per calories.
Bacon has like it's like protein stuff. So cheesecake is just pure sugar. Yeah, it's
sense.
just pure fat sugar.
It's like those people in jail, dude. That's all they eat is cake. Like they'll eat cake for breakfast. People that did those 15-year stints.
Yeah, they're eating ramen.
Yeah, they loved, like, you see them get so happy over a honey bun. I had cousins that were locked up, and bro, they're just like, you see it. They're excited for that honey bun. Like,
Wow.
they're like, that's protein right there.
I mean, I guess you can't. They are still getting in shape. And it's like, guys, you eat honey buns. I guess you just do like 10,000 push-ups.
Yeah, you curl buckets of water.
Yeah. But it's like you still feel like there's got to be something about your health, even if you look super jacked. You're unhealthy if that's all you're eating.
Yeah.
No vegetables or anything.
And getting ripped like that, you can't really it's not good for prison. If I was in prison, I'd want some weight on me. You see these people that are trying to get six packs in prison. It's like, who do you want to look good for?
Yeah, you want to look bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd be one of those dudes that's always, they got the shirts on their head. You can't ever tell who they are.
Oh yeah. Well, it's like you'd want to eat like real fucked up food, so you get like bad acne or something.
Yeah.
And then it's like, they're picking who to rape. It's like, nah, I'm not touching that guy.
My cousin told me the best way to not get raped in prison, he was like, you got to get a job where you're working along with the deputies and always be cool and make them laugh. He's like, the deputies will have your back if you are just always nice to them.
Wow.
They won't let it happen.
Yeah.
But he goes, bro, the people that are assholes, he's like, I think the deputies kind of drop a word in, like, go ahead and take his ass.
Wow.
They'll say straighten him out.
Yeah.
Straighten him out.
Huh.
It's like a prison term or something.
Yeah.
But he was like, dude, I'm telling you, because we were all at Thanksgiving dinner, and people ask, you get people, you're in prison, everybody always wants to know. So did you ever?
That's the first question.
Yeah, dude, it's always the first.
They check you. Yeah, they turn you around.
And honestly, people probably just, who knows? Maybe my friends and family that were locked up were lying about it. I
Yeah.
had a cousin Frankie did a stint too. And he was like that too. He's like, yeah, man. He goes, see, prison, it's all about structure, but the county, that's where they really try to get the booty, because he's like, they don't care.
Wow.
He's like, the county is just, you're in a cell with a bunch of people.
Wow.
Like, as you get to prison, it's more about structure. There's like a boss higher up, and if somebody wants to take your butt, they got to get it okayed with that higher up dude.
Yeah,
because they don't want no problems in the prison.
Yeah.
Can you imagine going to like a drug lord?
Gotta get the hall pass.
Yeah. Hey, listen, I just want to get that ass.
Well, it's like, how do you even bring up? Do you gotta make small talk first?
Yeah.
You just go, hey, how you doing?
Yeah,
Man,
how you been?
Nick's game was crazy last night.
Did you see Eric?
Yeah. Woo. Man, they're serving spaghetti on Friday.
Damn.
And then it's like, oh, by the way, I was just thinking.
Remember I did you that favor? I shanked somebody.
Yeah, now that you mention it. Yeah.
Well, I quit smoking cigarettes, but there's one way that you could pay me back.
Yeah.
Aren't they stopping? They stop cigarettes in jail. Dude, they're stopping cigarettes all around.
Yeah. I mean, that's been a while.
Yeah, but they stopped them in jail, but it's crazy they're stopping them all around. In Europe, it's never going to happen. Bro, I told you, I'm over there. Your waiters will be smoking a cigarette and hand you your food.
Yeah, right. Well, yeah, in America, it's like the only thing they can really do here is they just keep raising the price.
Well, they
just
have
keep taxing it and everything.
All these spots in Europe have indoor smoking still. They have a little section, even at the airport, for smokers.
Yeah.
Because people are smoking, like Rome especially.
Then you see the people, and it's like they do look healthier than we are here.
They don't eat as much. When I was around smokers, they never eat.
Yeah.
I dated a smoker. She would barely eat. Like, as much
Cigarettes
as I
and
would
coffee.
eat, she would smoke. Yeah.
Yeah.
It makes you not hungry, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, well, that's an appetite suppressant.
And it probably, honestly, dude, it probably does some shit, ruins your health, makes you skinny.
Right, yeah.
You don't see too many weightlifters that smoke cigarettes.
Well, that was like back in your dad's day.
Right, but
Back
I
in the
mean,
70s.
nowadays, like big bodybuilder types.
Yeah, of course. I mean, if you're into health these days, very few people who actually care about their health will go anywhere close to a cigarette.
And those guys in the 70s weren't real big. You know, a lot of people's secret was get fat and suck it in.
Oh, yeah.
You know what's weird? You ever around guys and they take their shirts off and start sucking in their stomach and there's no women around? It's like, you know, who are you sucking that in for?
I can honestly say it's never happened to me.
You got to spend more time in Ohio.
Not around dudes who take off their shirt.
Must not be a San Diego thing.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess like you think back to like what guys look like in the 60s and 70s, you don't really see them with their shirt off, I guess.
Yeah.
You just wear like it would just be like a tank top or,
Yeah, maybe back in the disco days, people were probably, that's when getting thin was a thing.
Yeah. Whenever I have my shirt off though, it's like it's only been a couple times in my life where I would have like confidently taken off my shirt in any situation.
Yeah.
You can't, I mean, like what I mean is just, you can't fake it.
Yeah, well, it's all about the takeoff. You know,
but I mean, like once you're standing there, it's like, it feels like there's no way I can, because you can only hold it in for so long in a certain way. But it's like once they start looking at you from a different angle, it's like, it doesn't look good.
Nah, dude.
It's got to suck in somewhere.
It fits you because that's like a you got that Japanese shit going for you.
It's not like I'm not fat. That's not the problem. It's just like, you can't, you can only stand in a certain way for, you can flex it for a little bit.
But you don't even need to flex. Dude, I see a Japanese dude with no shirt on. I'm like used to Jet Li and all that. I'm like, this dude could whip some ass. Same with Mexicans. You guys don't need muscle.
Yeah. Well, it's a very lean
Your
look.
culture is your muscle.
I guess. I don't know. I think there are some dudes who, if you're really in good shape, it's like you are psyched to take off your shirt.
Oh, yeah. Those guys that weigh 126.
Yeah.
They eat one cheese hot dog a day. What's up, doggy?
Yeah.
You want to smoke?
Yeah,
dude, I had a friend, dude, that was just in a frat. He was away from home for a year, and he just lifted weights. And we knew him. He was like this skinny kid, never had nothing really going for him. In 1 year, he got pretty big. Like, he's one of those nerdy dudes. He did everything. He's weighing the shit. He's researching how to work out, He's not just hitting the weights. He's like, he really took the science to it, the carbohydrates, and it worked for him. This dude would take off his shirt. There'd be snow outside. If girls were around, he'd pop it off and just start doing little workouts. And the women loved it.
Wow.
We'd be like somewhere outside. Girls would be outside smoking. He's that guy that would get between you and the girl you're talking to.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. We used to call them CBs back then, cock blockers.
Oh, wow. This is like he's trying to like challenge you on some Andrew Tate shit.
Well, what they do is they get
the alpha.
They realize they're the alpha. They'll get with the girl a little.
Yeah.
And I never knew this about your friends that cock block you in like high school or like when you're in your 20s. I never understood. I'd be like, why did girls choose him over me? And then you see the girl like 5 years later. They'd be like, I really liked you, but Mike told me that you had herpes. And I'd be like, what?
Wow.
Like, are you serious? And then you hit your boy up. What, dude? I never said. It's like, motherfucker, yeah, you did. Because you're the only one that knows I have herpes.
Yeah. Mike wanted. That's how bad Mike wanted it, though.
Mike wanted it more.
Yeah, exactly.
If you ain't cheating, you ain't trying hard enough. That's what they say.
Sometimes you just gotta lie a little bit to these women.
Yeah, sometimes you gotta lose to win.
Yeah.
It's an old saying back World War II days.
It sucks is that like I feel like there's only certain kinds of guys who are actually like dirty enough to play a game like that.
Oh yeah.
I couldn't even do it right now, even if I wanted to. But if I was like, I really wanted to like psychologically bring this guy down to a different level, I wouldn't even know where to start.
Yeah.
Because you can't do that kind of thing half-assed. You really got to believe in it.
Yeah.
When you're like, no, I'm going to stand between this guy and this girl and make him look short.
Right. And that's what guys do.
Yeah.
And they'll take it to another level, man. They're like, I got to win. See, me, I'm always like, dude, it's not worth the battle to me. I would never be in
find
this
a different girl.
Yeah, it's like, dude, we're going to, first off, and then you put that friend in a certain place.
Yeah. That's the guy who shows up and wants to slap box.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, or he'll just come over and start acting like he has money. It's always the people their parents bought them a car.
Yeah.
You know, the parents had some money, got him a decent car. You know, I'm 16, 17. I have a piece of shit car. And the dude starts selling them on, oh, yeah, no, I'm going to take over there. They own a tire factory in Texas.
Wow.
You know, it makes a difference, man. You got those rich kids with the nice car.
Women love a guy who owns a tire factory.
Yeah. Well, they just see the benefits from it. Women don't care about tires, but they're like, yeah, he's got a
small business,
a barn. You know, dude, his barn's bigger than your house, Dom.
It was always that. There's that guy, and then there's also the guy who like goes up to women and tells them about his new dog.
Oh yeah.
He happens to have all these pictures of his dog on his phone.
Yeah. I've been saying this for years. There's a specific type of guy that men hate. And I know a few of them. You know, they learn a few sentences in Spanish or Romanian. Yeah. They play a little thing on the guitar.
Mandolin.
Yeah. And they know about some artistic shit, or they start showing you pictures of when they were helping people in like Fiji. They're like, look, I was teaching kids how to write.
Well, it's always, it happens to be the first picture on his phone is whatever he wants to show them.
Oh yeah.
His picture, I was in Kenya.
Let me see, where is it? Oh, it's the first one right here.
Yeah. Oh, this is my new golden retriever.
Yeah.
You like dogs?
Yeah.
It's like, yes, you know she likes dogs.
Right.
They all like dogs.
I rescued him.
Yeah.
This dog was hit with a Cinderblock in the head.
Meanwhile, you go to his house, he doesn't have a dog.
Right, ain't there.
These are all Google images.
Then you find out he used to beat his last girlfriend.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, it all adds up now.
These guys are always winners, though.
It's always the guys. I love this one, and I've seen this a lot, especially when crypto, dude, this took a big... When crypto was around, these guys love telling girls how rich they are, and they're telling them this, and they're like, yeah, this is how you got to invest in the, 7 points on it, take it out of a savings account, put in a high yield bond, and then they come time to pay, and they're like, split the checks, and it's like, well, you just said you made like $20,000 last month.
Yeah, once I convert this to this, and
right,
I'll convert it to Ethereum.
It's like, bro, I remember, dude, a guy, with this dude, I was just eavesdropping on his date. They got it was a Cafe Regio, cheap place. Like the shit, the bill had to be $9.
Yeah.
And he wanted to split it. This girl couldn't believe it. She's like, I'll just pay. It's like, dude, you're not putting down 2 cards on a $9 tab.
Wow.
And you're talking about how you made 50 G's last month.
Yeah, those crypto guys. I mean, in the moment, we could all predict exactly where it was going.
Yeah.
Yet you couldn't tell them anything.
That's the new bench press, though, still. People are still Ethereum.
Well, a lot of it's kind of gone down now. I think it's harder to really, talk it up as much.
But people are still hanging on.
Yeah.
I still see people.
I bet if you were because it happened a few years ago, but if that crypto stuff came around while you were still living in Ohio, can you imagine how many just, sad fucking guys you would have known? That would have just gone all in on that shit.
Oh yeah, dude. In New York, we knew a few.
Yeah.
I told you I moved that one guy, Italian guy. He had a beautiful wife too, and I think she was leaving him over it. And he had a nice apartment by Central Park. He was an investment guy, and you could tell this dude had thousands of dollars worth of belts alone. I was packing them up.
Yeah.
And he's one of these guys that's proud to show those suits. And I'm looking, they're like Armani suits and Gucci stuff.
Wow.
And anyways, he was on the phone with some crypto shit, and she's confessing to me how she's gonna leave him because he found a cheap place in Florida. He's putting their life savings in Ethereum.
Oh wow!
I wonder what happened. This was before the pandemic.
Oh wow, really?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, if you time it right, he could have. Maybe he got out.
He was telling me, he's like, I don't even want to pay you. He's like, instead of paying you, I want to buy you Ethereum.
Let me give you this picture of this dog.
I'm like, dude, I need the money.
Yeah. Man.
Yeah, that's the
Thank
new
God
bench
we didn't
press.
get caught in that stuff.
We got caught up in the better stuff, the Tesla stocks. I sold mine. Now I was broke, but I got lucky, dude. I made $400 or $500 on Apple and Tesla.
Oh yeah.
Quick.
Yeah, there was a solid 2 or 3 months where I was in the pandemic where I just had enough time to just be looking at my phone trying to trade Apple.
Yeah.
Every 10 cents or something. Yeah.
And I was living in Harlem. That's all those guys were talking about. I had this gang members that lived below me.
Yeah.
And dude, they'd be trying to give you tips. I love when hood dudes are trying to tell you about stocks, you know?
Yeah.
They'll be all amped up.
Yeah.
It's those same people, like, they know mechanics that they'll just hold on to your car for 6 months and milk it out.
Yeah.
But they'd be like, yeah, no, because look, man, ETC, they'll be calling it something.
Yeah.
ITCA, you know, that it's blowing up right now.
Yeah. Well, they show you the chart.
Yeah.
Like, you see it was right here. Now it's up here.
And then
it's going to go up here.
they always have money, but then you get to know them, and they're going to cash advance places. They filed bankruptcy. Yeah. It's like, dude, you're losing money.
Yeah, these dudes live with their parents and stuff.
Or they'll borrow $10,000 from a girl.
Yeah.
I've never been that type, dude. I knew a dude. He used to just start talking to girls just to borrow money from them with intentions of never paying them back.
Wow.
I was good friends with the dude.
Jeez.
Yep. He used to always tell me, man, you should sell weed for me. I'm like, dude, I got a job. Like, this is like in the pandemic. I'm like, well, I'm a moving company. I'm making good money.
Yeah.
He'd be like, no, how much you make? And then you tell him, well, I don't know, I made $1,000 yesterday. Then he's like, oh, I got to get in on this. Look, what if we did something like, okay, what if I bought the truck and you gave me 50%? I'm like, yeah, the truck cost me $40 from U-Haul.
Right,
I think I'm just going to keep making the $1,000 on my own.
Yeah. Did you all, because you've gone into like crazy credit card debt and stuff before.
Yeah.
Have you ever like gone into like just regular debt where you just borrow from friends and stuff?
No.
You were never that guy?
Nah, I could never do it. I think, the most maybe like from my girlfriend, I think I went in debt like $600.
Wow.
But that was mostly because
$600's not much.
Yeah. I didn't want her to leave me. I was nervous to pay her back. I felt like we were about to break up.
Well, yeah, she can't leave now.
Yeah, you get a girl for $600 there.
They'll stick around.
Yeah, they'll deal with some more shit.
That's how you save a relationship right there. That's romantic advice from Dom.
Yeah.
Just borrow some money from her. She'll be around.
Yeah, I didn't even need the money. I was like, no, I'm just waiting on a check.
Wow.
That's the best way to borrow. I had people borrow money from me. That's why I don't, even friends, dude. Then you ask them about it so much, then they avoid you for 4 months. Then they act like you're petty because it's $20. But you're like, to me, it was it's like, dude, what? I ain't your daddy. Why would I just give you $20?
Well, the classic move is you borrow $100 from somebody and then they ask for it back and you say, oh, I only got 60 on me.
Yeah.
And you give them the 60, and then the next time they see you, they're like, "Oh, dude, where's my $40?" And you're like, "Oh, you're gonna get at me for $40?"
Right.
Yeah.
It's
That's
like,
why
dude,
it's like when somebody borrows money, you get it all back at once.
Yeah.
Never take payments.
And people are gonna
Oldest trick
start
in the book.
avoiding you.
Yeah.
There's girls. I know one girl, and she's like a hustler, dude, big time hustler in New York. Got an apartment on the Upper West Side, and she gets involved in all these groups. It's a lot of work, unless you want to. I think it's more work to do what she does.
Right.
And she legit meets these, like, she friends, I don't know, there's places where people with money hang out.
Yep.
Somehow she knows, like these orange fitness places and all this shit. And she'll friend them and get good with them. And then she starts with the borrowing the money. Dude, she hit a friend group hard, man, and she got them all. She was just laughing about it. Like, they're hitting her up.
How much you think?
Probably a few thousand.
Wow.
But she's got multiple friend groups and all these things.
Jeez.
She meets them at sex parties, too. Dude, she told on me. She's hit up a girl I was talking to, and she's like, oh, I didn't know. Remember that sex show I didn't know I was going to do, our friend? I didn't know it was at a sex party. She's like, oh, my friend told me she was at a sex club and seen that you're doing stand-up there. I'm like, what? They send me the ad, come see Dom nude. I'm like, I had no clue I was even on this thing.
Wow.
I'm like, I canceled it. I didn't do it.
Yeah.
I'm like, dude, I ain't doing that. But
I bet those sex parties though, that's where you try to borrow some money.
But that's where she goes.
Yeah.
She meets dudes, and really, it's not borrowing at that point. She's
but
a
I mean, like, if
good-looking
you're
girl.
ever gonna ask somebody for a big favor, that's when you get them in that moment.
Right after
when
they
they're
hooked
all
up
like,
with you.
not even after, but right before.
Oh yeah, that's the key.
You get them going. And
That must
it's
be
like,
where
wait
I
a
always
second.
mess up.
Yeah. Now that before we go any further, let me ask you if you do you want to invest in my short film?
Yeah. Now, one
You can
thing
be an
is, it's
executive
about
producer.
Panthers.
Yeah. It's got to be so stressful, though, because it seems those guys that you meet who, like, borrow money from all these different people, have all these different schemes, they act like they're living like, you think, oh, this guy's living an easy life because he doesn't have to work. But it's like those guys, they can't walk down the street without bumping into somebody they owe money to.
Yeah.
Somebody they ripped off, somebody
Yeah.
who's coming after them. So it's like that lifestyle, you constantly spinning plates. It's got to be so stressful.
They're good at changing up their look. I asked her, I said, is it even enough to pay your rent? She lives on the Upper West Side. She goes, I don't pay my rent.
Right, yeah.
I was like, what? I was like, I didn't know you could just do that. She's like, yeah, you could go like a year realistically.
Yeah, I mean, you're just a squatter at that point. That's the other thing, though, is then it's like you got that extra stress.
Yeah.
Where it's like then you got your landlord on your ass when you got other people trying to stop by to get their money back.
Even churches. She was telling me a good place to really rip people off is churches.
Right.
She's like, you go there, you become friends of the youth part, and you borrow money from them. They'll lend it to you because they're all nice people. You become friends with them.
Wow.
You know, look out for that. Not everybody, but some people need help, so I feel bad saying it, but.
Yeah. Still, though, just like I can't deal with the stress. I've never borrowed money from anybody.
Or yoga class, too.
Yeah. But it's like I can, credit cards I can deal with because you don't got to think about it. But like, I could never imagine owing somebody even like $200 and just having to see them around.
And it comes
and
around.
not paying them though.
But that karma, see, the thing is, these people you borrow that $200 from somebody, you don't pay them.
Yeah.
One, you're going to see them all the time. But two, the universe is going to, something's coming back your way that's going to cost you more.
Yeah.
Guaranteed.
But there's some guys who just have like a high tolerance for that kind of, that's specific kind of stress.
Oh, yeah.
Where it's like some guys, you would think, in my mind, I'm like, man, that's all I would think about. But in this guy's mind, he's like, nah, I hit that lick 2 months ago. Now I just got to, give him the runaround for a little while.
You got to borrow from people that you could punk, or they're like, yeah, it's not worth it to even bother this guy, because these people will borrow money off you. I've had it.
Yeah.
And then they'll talk to you on the street like you guys are best friends.
Wow.
And then they'll tell you, too, I'm going to get that money for you, too.
Wow.
But I'm going to the bar. I'm taking my friends out to the bar. Mm-hmm. But I'll get that money, though.
Wow. I remember when I was like being in like middle school.
Yeah.
Back when you were like kind of like allowance age, and everybody, the most you ever had on you was like $6 or something.
Yeah.
And McDonald's was like $1 or something.
Yeah.
But there were always just some kids back then who were always trying to hustle you for like just like 25 cents.
Yeah.
Just going, I'm going to ask every single person in this school for a quarter.
Yeah.
And there's no way that kid grew up to be a good person.
Bro, I knew
that's just like beginner scumbag behavior.
Yeah, and those are people that do that. But then you see some people, it works in their favor because people feel bad for you. I remember a comedian, we all knew he had money. He lived with his dad. Like,
yeah.
He would ask all of us for money. We were all broke. He'd be like, just $1. I'm starving. I can't feed myself.
Wow.
And then you see the dude out on a date with a girl with the money you gave him.
Yeah. See, or they'd be like, could you ever imagine asking somebody for money like that?
No.
Straight up looking somebody in the face.
Yeah, and then lying to them. I'm starving. I can't feed myself. Yeah, no, $1 or $2, your peers, you got to see them.
Yeah.
But it works in their favor. People root for an underdog.
Well, people who know how to ask for things, it does work out in life. But
I remember I was real broke, and this girl asked me in Times Square right next to a $1 pizza place. And, dude, I was broke. This is one time I did ask. She goes, can you donate? We're out here trying to help the people on the streets that are homeless. It's our to just feed any single person we could. Help us. That's our mission here today, is to feed hungry people. And you could see I wasn't doing good. I was surprised she even asked me. I was like, you're like a blessing, because I didn't want to ask anybody for money. I'm starving. I was like, there's a $1 pizza place right there. I would love to just hit that up and just get a $1 slice I didn't eat all day. And she laughed in my face.
Wow.
She's like, no, we don't do stuff like that.
Wow.
I was like, what? And she had like a box of money.
Oh, man.
In Times Square, like $5,000 in it probably.
Wow.
I was just like, one single dollar will really mean the world to me. She's like, you got to get a job. Like, you can't just be out here asking for money. I'm like, I'm doing the same thing you're doing. I'm just not as successful at it.
Wow, yeah.
I need a box. I need to dress up.
Yeah.
I'm over here with no shoes on.
Even if I was like at that level, though, where I was like homeless and hungry, I think before I got to the point where I went up to a stranger and asked them for money, I'd probably steal.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I was doing that, too.
But it's like, I think there's some people whose their first instinct is just, I'm just going to ask for help.
Yeah.
I would be like, no, I'm going to do something criminal And like,
See, I had this thing. I was so, because I'm religious. I am, dude. I'm religious. I'm into
Yeah.
God, and I used to feel for the longest, even hopping the turnstile. I walked 3 hours to work.
yeah,
I was just thinking to myself, like, no, this is bad. You don't steal. That's going against God. That's like the devil. But at a certain point, one of my friends justified it. He was a comic. He goes, no, bro, that's stealing from people. He's like, dude, you got to eat. These corporations, screw that. He's like, steal from them. And all of a sudden, it just made sense.